We've been through so much together, and we've shared so many great memories. When I first met her, she was this shy little girl who only spoke a few words of English. And today, she is this gorgeous and intelligent woman who somehow managed to steal my brother's heart. I never thought that this day would come for my brother to settle down and get married. But it is here, and we are here tonight celebrating their union. Let me tell you guys how I found out that Omar and Meena were dating. So my brother was never shy about bringing his girls around the house or having them call. About 6 years ago, Omar started being really secretive and strange around the house. He was always going out, but we weren't sure who he was going to hang out with.
When I'm pressing Z.
My cousins and uncles who would hang out with him most of the time asked me one day, "What's up with Omar?" I said, "What do you mean?" They said, "Well, I think he's dating someone, but we don't know who because he won't bring her around us." I thought to myself, whatever. But then I started noticing even more that Omar was really acting strange. He would spend hours getting ready, he would always be dressed up, and he wasn't hanging out with any of his friends. Then another day, my Uncle Masood sees me and says very casually, "Hey Meena, did you like the dress Omar bought you?" I said, "What dress?" I was like, really excited because I was like, wow, I'm going to get a new dress. And he said, "You know, that $3,000 dress he bought you from Vegas last weekend." I said, "I don't know what you're talking about. He didn't buy me a dress." All of a sudden, Masood, my uncle, said, "Oh man, this is serious. It's not just some random girl. He must really be into this girl." I didn't know Omar. I know Omar wouldn't spend this kind of money on just any girl. Then one night, I was out with my friend Nellie, and I run into my Uncle Masood and my cousins at a club. I walk up to them, and my uncle says to me, "I know who Omar's dating." I said, "How'd you find out?" He said, "I took his phone from him, and I saw the call log." So I asked him, "Who is it?" He said, "Who is the person who is always with you and isn't here tonight?" I looked at him and I thought, "Who?" He said, "It's Meena." And I couldn't believe what he had just told me. I spent the next 5 minutes telling him he was wrong, and he kept saying, "Yes, it is. It's her. It's Meena." He said, "Why do you think she isn't with you and Omar isn't with us?" So my blood started to boil, and my first reaction was to start crying, but I didn't. The whole way home, I was in absolute shock and in disbelief. I kept thinking, how could this be? How and why would the two of them be dating? By the time I got home, I was in tears. I was so sad because my best friend had just spent months lying to me. In my life, I realized I was even more angry because she had taken my brother away from me. The news reached Meena. Wait until the next morning to talk to her so I can gather my thoughts. When I finally talked to Meena, I realized that she wasn't just taking my brother away. She was taking the person who helped me, cared for me, loved me, and provided for me. I thought that Meena would take him away from me, and I would lose him. And the thought of losing him was what scared me. But finally, when my senses kicked in, I knew that by being with Meena, it would bring us closer because she was my best friend. If there was anyone that was going to be good enough for my brother, it would be Meena. I couldn't really ask for more. She was my friend because I chose to be friends with her, not because she was dating my brother. I didn't have to learn to love her. I already loved her, and I didn't have to learn to accept her in my family because she was already a part of my family. I knew that Meena's love for my brother was real, and the person she is today is the same person she was when we were 7. Meena was loved by everyone in my family, especially my father. My father often referred to her as his other daughter, and tonight, she has become his other daughter. My brother is notorious for wanting the best of the best, not only for himself, but for his family too. He always wanted my mom and I to have the best things in life, whether it be a house, clothes, food, vacations, cars, whatever. So, I guess he did it again. He gave me the best sister-in-law, and he gave my mom the best daughter-in-law. Welcome to the Tadrar family, Meena. We love you.
Come on, everybody, another round of applause.